Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm in a bit of a rush this morning, but I've got to get out to get the supplies for the week, and I'm a little bit behind the time. So it was a great day yesterday. Nancy's back off to Winnipeg, and looking forward to hearing great things coming up from there, and we'll figure out how we need to support them with what's going to happen out there. And yeah, lots of good things are happening. In Proverbs 4, as we're reading today, there's this thing that we need to come to understand about the heart and the mind, and we've been talking about this in the church for a while. And the heart is where the faith is. And we are supposed to be controlled by that. We're supposed to be controlled by that faith. Our heart is bigger than our mind. That doesn't say that our mind isn't important. The mind is actually very, very important. But it's the heart that is supposed to dictate to the mind. It's the heart that gives the mind the power. It's the heart that leads the mind. It's the faith. The heart will take us places that our intellect can't take us. But at the same time, the heart infects the mind, so that the intellect, the mind, actually instructs the faith with the understanding of God, the understanding of His ways. So it's a relationship that's very, very important. We don't turn off our brains. We're not talking about being led emotionally, although emotion is part of it, is intelligence and our physical body and the whole bit. It's all wrapped up together. But there's a relationship that's going on there, and the leader has to be faith. We live by faith, but the intellect lends strength to the faith because of the understanding of God's ways. So then, understanding that, we read here in Proverbs 4, where he says, "My son, pay attention to my words, bend your ear to my speech, don't let them slip from your sight, guard them in your mind." Guard them in your mind. The mind is the receptacle of all the ways of wisdom, understanding. Everything is there. We cannot understand God's word without our mind. It's important. They are life to those who find them, and healing for their entire body. Now, this is a connection I want to make here. Is the impact that the mind has over the body. A lot of us don't understand it. We understand that the battle is in the mind. The enemy will attack our mind. He attacks us with constant lies. He fills us with lies to try to distract us and persuade us that God's truth isn't the truth at all. So there is this ongoing battle over our mind, and it's not really a tough battle unless we give credence to the lies. As long as we recognize the lies as lies, it's not much of a battle. But it's when we get tired and we start listening, because often much of them is a pity party. They lend to our pity party. And yeah, you're justified. You're right to feel that way. You're right to be jealous. You're right to be angry. You're right. So he goes on and he says, "More than anything you guard, protect your mind, for life flows from it." Life flows from it. See, the mind is responsible for perception and perspective. And if we accept illness, if our minds accepts illness, then our body is going to be ill. If we reject illness, if we know God's truth is that He heals us, then the mind will allow that healing. But if we're filled with doubt, if we don't understand God's wisdom in this, then we will accept that illness, and we will be ill. This is why it talks about healing for the entire body. It's a healing for the entire body. Our mind dictates to our body. That's a hard one for people to understand, because they think disease is just disease. It's just natural. It's occurring. There's not much you can do about it. But there's a lot that we as faith people um, do about it. And if you decide to be ill, then you're going to be ill. It's as simple as that. If you decide you're going to be tired, then you're going to be tired. If you decide that you're depressed, you're depressed. If you decide that you're going to be anxious, and you're going to be anxious. And I'm not saying that there's no roots to that. I'm not saying that there's no just cause for that. There is. Illness is illness, and anxiety is anxiety. These things are real. These things are true. But we don't live by what's true. We live by truth. See, this is why the heart must dictate to the mind. The heart must control the mind so that the mind has the influence to be able to live according to faith and dictate to the body. This is the relationship that's there. Now, if you don't have any faith, then my words are just absolutely ridiculous to you, and, well, carry on your merry way then. But we're told to live by faith. Live by faith. Live by faith. Be controlled by faith. Allow your mind to be infected with faith. And it's amazing. It's amazing how well your body will feel. It is. The word says it. It's clear. It's here. And I didn't write it. I'm not the inventor of it. I just deliver it. So think on that. Okay? Think on that today. Consider it today. Where are you? Where are you in relationship with the heart and the mind? And what is the mind dictating to your body? You'll be blessed today. Be encouraged. Serve the Lord with all your heart today. Serve Him with all your heart. And let's see the weird stuff He's going to do. Let's get into the present, shall we?